Hey everybody, welcome to Stage 48 podcast. I am DeLaFonte, and today I'm here with the one and only Kregg.
What's up,
What's up,
Katrina?
my guy? Happy
How?
New Year!
Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. We are done with 2025. We have so many cool things going on in 2026.
Definitely.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about that. What do you got going on for this year?
Oh, this year's going to be a busy year. We're starting this podcast, Stage 48. We're covering all things entertainment industry in the Phoenix area, and then we also have some out of state guests booked as well. We will be taking this nationwide, but we're going to start here in our homegrown state of Arizona, doing interviews, live performances. Just kind of hearing stories from those that work in the entertainment industry, whether it be music or film. And create a little group here where we can network and collaborate and get our voices heard here in Arizona.
Yep, it's pretty exciting stuff. I think it's been a long time coming. I think there's been a lot of interest in something like this. And it's kind of cool that we're able to do this now. And I think it's been especially cool just because we've been working together. I was trying to remember how long it's been since we've been working together. It's been 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Two?
I think it was the end of 2023
Okay.
when I met you. We did a promo video for my first
That's
release
right.
that was released in January of 2024.
That's wild.
Way down. And yeah, it's been a couple years. We've worked on a few projects together. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
been fun.
Yeah, so it's been pretty cool to see like where you've started. Once you started on
And
this part of
nothing.
your journey, right? We know that this is not new by any means, but just within the projects that I've seen you start, and kind of I've had the ability to see them just kind of flourish and keep growing and moving and evolving over the last few years. So that's been pretty cool to see. Because our first promo, what was that? Was it Way Down? So that was the first song that we collaborated on, right? Because I was just a model at that promo shoot, right? And then we kind of just went into like so many different things. We did a video for it, so that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, and it's a good thing you were a model at that promo shoot because I think it might have turned out to be a disaster if you weren't there. So thankfully we had Katrina there taking the reins and telling us what to do. So it turned out okay.
It did.
But yeah, then we did the Way Down video. You collaborated with us on that, and then we did a series of other projects, and here we are, 2026.
Here we are, strong, coming strong. I like it. So let's talk about. Gosh, I just feel like you've done so much over the years. So you're still obviously working on new material. What are you working on right now?
I've got probably like 7 or 8 songs that are in the works. Some, maybe like 20% done, some 90%. And then I have a new song coming out in January. January 23rd. I did an electronic version of The Letter, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's the next release. And then I'm doing a couple collaborations with a couple other artists. And then I've got another project that I can't really talk a lot about. Very near and dear to my heart, but that'll be coming out soon. So yeah, it's got a lot going on. So it's good to stay busy.
Yeah, no, that's good. Are you still working with the same producers, engineers, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so I primarily work with Ralph Patlin. We seem to complement each other really well. I've also worked with Jamie Wolford. Done a few songs with him. He's really talented. He's an awesome producer. He just relocated to Minnesota. So a little sad about that, but he's only an hour away from my dad, who lives in Minnesota. So when I go to visit my dad, I'll have a place to record. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So that's pretty cool because I'll get to meet him within a couple episodes, right? We're going to have him on the show too, so I'll get to meet him and see another side of your production. So I'm pretty excited about that too.
Yes, the machine will be on shortly. So
I like
that'll
it.
Be cool.
I like it. So what video work do we have coming up?
Videos. The Letter is the next one I want to shoot, and then I've got a new song that we're tracking drums in the next couple weeks. that's probably going to be the next video that I work on. So hopefully we have that song done by February. We'll see. Sometimes you have a date kind of in mind, but sometimes the way it works out, sometimes it gets pushed back a little bit. Sometimes we're able to get it done a little sooner, but we'll see. I don't like to really rush things or force it. When it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
So like if I go into the vocal booth and my voice is just not, it's not there that day, I'm just like, okay, let's not waste our time. Like I'll come back another day. Or let's say we're stuck on a bridge part, or like we've got 80% of the song arranged and done, but like we're just missing one thing, and sometimes it's not coming. So you just put it on hold and just let it come to you naturally, because I think that's, and then you know it when you hear it. So like it'll come up and like you'll be like, okay, that's it, and then we go and finish it off. Like I'm constantly recording stuff, so like when I'm noodling around on my guitar, I'll record a verse, a chorus, or whatever, or a riff, or whatever, a vocal melody, and then sometimes I'll just go back through my phone or my computer and just go through old stuff and be like, oh wow, this part actually would work with this song. And so like I have a big database of like little recordings like that, so it's kind of nice. Like it's weird how it works out sometimes. Like sometimes I'll go back and find something that fits something perfectly, or sometimes I'll go back and find something I was like, holy, like this is really good, like why did I forget about this? Like Ralph, and I'll text it to him. What are we doing? So I just like to let things develop naturally. It is art. It's coming from your soul. So I think if anything's forced, or I don't think it's genuine. I don't think it's really coming from like a good place.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I know we have a lot of new audience, so I would love to rewind a little bit and get to know Kregg a little bit on a more intimate level. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Helena, Montana.
Okay.
So for those of you out there, that is a state in the lower 48 United States. Up north by the Canadian border. That was a really cool place to grow up. Like if you're looking to raise a family or something, like I'd say it's one of the best places in the U.S. Very family oriented. There's more deer than people there. It's very community centric. It's just there's a lot of outdoor stuff to do. It's kind of rugged. It's a little rough in Montana, but if you can put up with the cold and put up with that, it's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, and you have siblings?
Yes, I have one younger sister. She is a stage production manager in the Portland, Oregon area, and she's actually going to be she'll be here in February, and you'll get a chance to meet her and interview her and her husband, Nathan, who's a guitar player in the band Blitzen Trapper. He's also a live sound guy and producer / recording engineer. And then I have an older sister, and she will also be on the podcast. I don't know when yet. Sometime in 2026. She is an Alzheimer's disease research scientist and medical doctor, but she's probably my biggest influence in music. She used to sneak me mixtapes when we were little. The music that my parents didn't want me to hear or whatever, she would sneak it to me. And then she's a really good piano player, so she taught me a lot of songs. And she's, her and my dad really got me into music. So I'm really grateful to her for that. But she wants to come on and talk about music and the brain.
Which I'm like, I can't tell you how excited I am about that, because it's so interesting to me. Like, that's a really neat topic.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'll come with receipts. She's a well-renowned research scientist, so she's definitely going to do her literature review and bring us some good information.
I love that. I'll be able to tap into my nerd a little bit. Don't tell anybody. So when did you move to Arizona?
I moved here for college. Pretty much right after, like a year after high school.
Okay.
And I just liked the warm weather. It was kind of exotic to me. I'd never really, outside of traveling, like on vacation with my family, I'd never really been elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or at least for an extended period of time. And I liked that it was warm and kind of exotic to me. And my friend went down here to ASU to college, and his mom bought me a plane ticket to come visit him, and I just fell in love with Arizona, so I decided to.
So you have a family background in music, right?
Yeah, yeah, my family is pretty musical. Started off with my grandfather. He left me this banjo. He used to play like bluegrass, Montana style. Um, he left me this banjo when he passed, and it was a big to do in the family.
Yeah.
But here it is, guys. Still have it, so don't worry. It's safe. But it probably started with him. And then my dad, he plays guitar, piano. A lot of his brothers played instruments and stuff, so
Yeah. Do your sisters play anything?
yeah. Angie plays, my older sister plays piano, and then Katie is a drummer.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She got a drum set when we were in high school, and I was super jealous because I always wanted to be a drummer. And then I basically like took it over from
Of
her.
course you did.
And
So did you steal it from your older sister or younger sister?
younger sister.
Okay, so you're just a bully.
Yeah, you could say that. A little
Yeah.
bit.
That sounds okay. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Craig's a bully. But I mean, I guess that's like a big brother's role, right? So, okay.
Yeah, typical big brother, little sister
Yeah.
relationship.
But she
Katie
holds
and
her
I-
own, though. She holds her own, though, right?
Almost definitely, yeah.
Good. Good for her.
Like, I definitely couldn't get away with the stuff I used to get away with now, for sure. No way.
I like it. I support that. So let's talk about what instruments do you play?
My primary instrument is guitar. So I'm a guitar player, singer. I do play bass and drums. And then when I was in like school, I played saxophone. And then in high school, I moved over to bass clarinet.
Yeah.
And then I play a
Bass.
little bit of piano.
So you didn't want to stick with the bass clarinet? Is it not? Is
It's
it
kinda
not
boring
so
by
like rock and
itself.
roll?
Like it sounds cool like in the orchestra,
Yeah.
but by itself, I don't
But
know.
it's kind of tough to headbang.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of into the like more rockin' guitars. So
Understandable. I get
yeah,
it.
and my actually it's funny, our band teacher in high school, he was like he was a drummer and he played jazz drums for like some talk show, some late night talk show in like the 1960s, and
Yeah.
so he's very bougie. And then the best drummer in our class, Gene Megan, he joined the band class, and then he was a percussionist. And like when we would have like, sometimes we would have days off where we'd just get to do whatever. And so I'd bring in my guitar and we would jam and stuff. And he just did not like us. Like we were like these rock and roll punk kids.
Yeah.
And he was very bougie, and so yeah, he really had it out for us. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. You get what you get, and you don't have a fit. So let's talk about what else do we have. So you've had some interesting hurdles getting started with, branding yourself and things like that, right?
There's always hurdles. I mean, this is life we're talking
Yeah.
about here, so yeah, there's always gonna be hurdles. Always gonna be stuff you got to run through. But yeah, I had a trademark issue. That's been
Yeah.
quelled.
But it's being resolved, so.
Yeah, getting resolved. I had my Meta account hacked into, so I couldn't advertise on like Facebook or
So
Instagram.
annoying, yeah.
And it's been months and months and months. I've been like in contact with Facebook, going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
And Angie, if you're listening, she did offer me some help. She has a friend that works at Facebook. So Angie, I might have to take you up on that one because I need to get this account cleared up.
Undercover message. But okay, so even with that hurdle, you've got some pretty cool numbers, right? Like all of your plays and things like that, your streams. You've got some pretty cool numbers.
Yeah, so my first song just hit 100,000 a couple weeks ago, way down my first release.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I did sign one song to a small label in Chicago. I'll Wait. I did that with Jamie Wolford. So that was pretty cool. That they believed in me with that, and I've been offered like 3 sync deals, and a publishing deal. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, and my producer and I are still we're working with this publisher. All the details are getting ironed out right now. They're getting the roster set and everything. But yes, there's a lot to look forward to in 2026. A lot of music coming out. Hopefully, I can get a couple of music videos done, and then the podcast, and then yeah, just a lot of songs in the works. And I'm gonna pursue these sync opportunities.
Yeah.
So sync is where you license your music to television, film, video games, commercials, stuff like that. So yeah, it's been really cool to see that. I just got to keep putting it out. I mean, you never know what's gonna hit. It's funny. Who was I? I think I was watching a Rick Rubin podcast. I know most of you know who Rick Rubin is. He produced like some of the most iconic albums of all time. And he was saying that, when he has a band come in, he'll tell them to send me everything. And sometimes the band thinks their best songs are like X, Y, and Z. But sometimes it's not. So you're not always the best judge of your own material. You're usually your worst critic, but it's very difficult to know what is going to hit. Like, you never know what's going to hit.
Right.
So Rick was talking about this time when he had a band come in and they gave him these 10 songs, and he's like, well, do you have anything else? And they're like, oh, well, we have this one song we were working on. I think it might have been the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
We have this one song working on, but I don't know. And it was Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
And he played Under the Bridge, and Rick was like, that's your hit.
It.
Like, that's your song. And they thought it was a stupid song. Like, they didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but it was their biggest hit. So, you never know. I think you just got to, follow your heart. Just be passionate about what you do and work hard at it. Try to make it the best you can be and just put the stuff out there. You never know what's going to stick.
Yeah. What do you think's been your biggest hurdle with music?
I would say, marketing. The marketing aspect. I've never been super strong in that suit. Mm-hmm. Although I've been getting better, so
it's forever changing. To be fair, I mean, yeah.
Sure, yeah, and there's a lot to learn. But yeah, I've learned a lot over the last few years on that. I would say that was my biggest weakness, and now it's kind of becoming more of a strength.
More fluent with it, yeah.
Yeah.
What would be your biggest piece of advice for someone getting started?
I would say for anybody getting started, and this goes with anything, try to find the best mentor you can. So if you're trying to be Tom Brady, try to find the best quarterback coach you can, and go work with them. Go learn from them. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if it means working for free for a little while to gain that knowledge and experience, because it is going to pay dividends.
Yeah.
A lot of people... one time I actually got a job this way. Years ago, I applied for this job, and I told them, I was like, hey, I'll work for free for you the first day just to show you, what I can do.
Yeah.
And they loved it. They couldn't say no to that. So I went and I worked, and they saw how I worked, and they hired me on the spot. So don't be afraid to seek out a mentor and just be willing to put in the work initially, even if it's for free.
Yeah.
Because that knowledge is going to be worth way more than working for, an average wage or whatever for somebody that's mediocre.
Right.
So seek somebody that's great at what they do and just be a sponge.
Yeah. I think there's a level of humility that is very helpful. For sure. Because I think some people kind of they're like, oh, they think they know that they're good. And I think confidence is great. But I think it's also helpful to have that humility. We can always learn. We can always learn. I mean, the best artists of our time, of older time, you know what I mean? I'm sure at some point they took instruction or some influence from someone, So,
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, we have lots of really cool stuff coming up this year. I'm really excited. Each year has just been better and better. I mean, I've just from when I started working with you, I mean, I've seen the momentum building. So I'm excited. I know a lot's going to happen this year.
I've always just, in my mind, it's always just been, it's not if, it's just when.
Right.
If I just continue to just work really hard, I'm not too worried about it.
It's the grit, right? It's sticking your feet in the sand and going.
Yeah, and doing the things you don't want to do. Sometimes you don't want to do something.
Right.
It's like getting up, like, and working out. Like, oh, I don't want to work out today, but guess what? You have to work out. Like,
Yeah.
and once you get done, you're gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna get through it, and then you're just gonna be that much stronger.
Well, such like this. I mean, you hated PR. When we first met, you did not. Oh my gosh, it was like pulling teeth. So to see, for you guys, just so you know, to see Kregg up here and as fluent as he is and comfortable in front of the camera, let me tell you, it was not always like this.
No.
So I'm really proud of you because you've come a long way. You've come
Thanks.
a long way. I mean, he was absolutely the type that just wanted to play the music. Didn't care about the aesthetics of things. Didn't care about...
Still don't.
Oh, it's for my benefit because I'm the one that's OCD here. Thank you for that. But no, truly, like I am so proud of you because I have seen you come a long way and you've really just, you know, you're doing great. You're so much more comfortable in front of the camera. So I'm proud of you because I know you hated that part of it. So good job.
Thanks. Yeah, out of necessity, kind of had to do it. So
you got tired of being fussed at by me, pretty much. Okay.
So this goes back to like what you were saying about being humble. I think you really sometimes you gotta take a look at yourself. You gotta look in the mirror and find out who you really are. Identify your strengths and weaknesses, and the things you're good at. Great. But it's the things that you're not good at. I think you've got to try to work on them. And if it's something you really don't want to do, fine, you can delegate it out. But I really think if you're gonna really progress, you need to work on those weaknesses. And so yeah, like self-advertising, PR, stuff like that is something I definitely had to work on. But I don't know, I'm getting more comfortable, getting better at it. It's funny because I feel like some of the greatest artists, and there's exceptions to this of course, but like some of the greatest artists out there are the most like humble people. Mm-hmm. I know my sister was on tour with Dolly Parton, and she's like this huge superstar, but she was like the sweetest lady. Like
yeah.
My mom got to meet her, and she was so sweet to my mom. She was sweet to her whole crew, and she was just so humble. There's just there's so many examples out there.
Yeah.
If you look at those great artists, I think a lot of them are pretty humble and inward looking, and I think which helps them to create what they create.
Well, I mean, I think it's cool from like a fan standpoint too, because imagine like meeting your idol and he's a complete asshole. You know, that would just like destroy how you feel about somebody. Oh my gosh, I like kind of want to share a story, but I'm like, let her see it and then respond, and then we end up fighting and there's this whole viral beef. I'm just kidding. No, but okay, so story time. I loved Mariah Carey when I was little. Like, she was my dream. And I think she must have been on some show. It was probably VH1 or MTV, which do they even exist anymore? I don't know. That's showing our age.
Not in the form that they used to exist in, but
it's not what it was. But you know, those stations used to be all music based. So, anyway, I digress. She was on one of those shows, and she promised that if you wrote into her fan club or wrote into a specific thing, right, that she promised she would view everything and she would write back personally, right? So I'm like, I don't know, maybe 9 years old, something like that. I wrote all these songs, I drew all these pictures. I think I probably recorded her a tape, you know, like I was just, my heart went into it because I've always loved music, right? So, I mean, it's this big ass manila folder. I sent her this huge freaking folder. And I would go to my mom's office after school every day for like a year, mind you, right? And I'm like, Mom, did we get anything? Did we get anything? Mom, did we get anything today? Did anything come in? And every day she's like, no. Oh my gosh, talk about heartbreak.
Yeah.
It was, you know, and I mean, obviously, like, I'm such a small fry in the big spectrum of things, but, like, it mattered so much. And then when I kind of saw how, you know, I don't know, how she was and how she interacted with people, like, after, like, I feel like I saw, like, a different, like, side of her. And it was just like destroyed my world. Like I was so heartbroken. I remember crying. It just
Aw.
seems so dramatic, right? But I mean, for a 9-year-old, I was just like, oh my gosh, she was my idol. Like I had written all these songs. I just put so much energy into this huge package that I sent to her, and then I never heard anything back. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm 40 years old now, and I'm still kind of bitter. I'm still affected. I will get over it someday. I feel like I just want to have a conversation. Maybe someday we'll have her on the show, and I'll be like, "Look,
Mariah?
listen, you broke my heart."
Mariah, would you like to come on and issue Katrina an apology, please?
I'll take a
I'd really
hug.
appreciate it.
I'll take a hug. But anyway, that goes to say, it's just I think being humble and being just remembering like how much your fans really do love you, like being humble and being grateful, and just having a whole demeanor about that interaction, like it just matters so much. So to your point, yeah, I think that's really cool to hear about Dolly Parton, because those things matter for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you never know. An artist could be having an off day. I mean,
Right,
there's
they're
so many
human.
superstars you can imagine. They can't even go out in public.
Right.
I mean, they're
Right.
getting harassed by photographers and TMZ and people all the time. You never know when somebody's just having an off day, but it is nice to see when your
When they have the
idols
capacity for it, yeah.
show their human side. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get. I totally get. I mean, I'm sure you see. I guess I don't want to say that I'm unforgiving, but I'm like, girl, I know you got the staff. I know somebody got my envelope. Okay. Anyway,
maybe you just got lost in the mail. You
I
never
mean,
know.
it could, but I could have inspired like one of her next big songs. So
Maybe you did inspire her next big song and she didn't want to give you credit. So
there's a
she
chance. And I never would have known because I got my inspiration from her, so she could have used something. We're gonna
Just kidding, Mariah.
psych.
Psych.
Just kidding. Well, with that said, I could rant about that because I gotta forgive and move on with my life.
I think. Do you have somebody to talk to? Like, is there somebody you can talk to about this? Maybe
I do. I currently have a therapist. It's probably going to be our next topic. Holding on to old things. We'll work on that. I'll work on that. I'm confident I'll get over it someday. Maybe. Anyway, with that said, I'm super excited for this year. I know there's a lot of really incredible things that are going to be happening this year, and we're just going to continue to freaking kick ass. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I think this podcast is going to it's going to open doors, I think, just on so many different levels, connecting people. I'm excited. I think a lot of projects are going to come from this and just connecting the dots and putting people, just being able to connect the people that are in different industries out here. So
yeah, because I originally just like built this set because I was gonna use it to talk about my releases and stuff like that, and like film little videos and stuff. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should like talk to other artists, interview other artists, and then it turned into, well, maybe let's interview like people of in the industry, film. So like anybody in film, like makeup artists or videographers or like sound engineers and stage production managers and managers,
all the people that make it work,
people behind the scenes that make it work. I was like, that'd be cool if we had them come on and tell their story. And I made a little Facebook post and I had several people DM me. I was like, oh wow, people actually might be interested in this. So it was pretty cool to see that. And then reached out to a few people, and I've only had one person turn me down so far.
Yeah. We didn't need him anyway.
I think we're gonna get him on anyway. We might have to resort to some torture methods or something.
You're right. Tie him up.
But yeah, my good friend and producer is just not. He's just doesn't like the limelight. He just doesn't like the cameras. Even when I bring in a camera into the studio to record my sessions, he's very particular about what I film, and he just doesn't like it, which is, you know what? I totally respect that. And
it's
that's
okay,
cool.
but we want to hear from you. Okay?
Yes.
Because you have cool shit to share. So.
Yes, definitely. I think we'll get him on, but I think it's going to just take a little time and some arm twisting.
A little schmoozing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm super excited. This podcast has been a long time coming. I feel like there is a community out here, and feel like it was smaller for a long time. But I think after COVID, we had so many people move here, and it just expanded the people and the artists and just people in the industry entirely. So it's kind of I think it's really cool that we're connecting the dots now and allowing a platform to kind of evolve on its own. And I'm excited. I think this is a great time.
Yeah,
It's evolving when it's supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. The Phoenix area has been growing super fast for like the last couple decades, and it is the fifth largest city, which would probably be a surprise to many. But we've seen this huge tech influx too, so we're kind of becoming a tech city.
Yeah.
Like a lot of big chip manufacturers have moved in. We have the Waymo cars everywhere.
Love.
So that and the population influx has definitely created more of a demand for creative stuff, especially in the video world. And then, of course, you need music to go with videos. And so, yeah, I think we're seeing a boom here in Phoenix.
Yes,
it's cool to see.
It all comes together beautifully. I like it. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Stage 48. We have some really cool guests coming up. Who is our next guest?
Our next guest, I think her name is Katrina DeLaFonte or something.
Yeah, never heard of her.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm
Thank you so
DeLaFonte,
much.
and this is Kregg. We're signing out. Happy New Year.
Until next time.